Welcome to the demo for Pretty Good Playtesting. If you don't know, it's a tool for helping indies playtest easier. The alpha just launched, so just want to give a demo of what the app is, how it works, and we'll just go through like what you get at the end of a playtest, how to set it up, and like what it all looks like from the player's perspective. So once you've made an account and made a game, you'll land on a page that looks a bit like this. So we've just got all our tests here. I've just got some demo tests. We'll pop into one of them. And this is what it's going to look like after you've run a test and players have played it. So you'll notice that these are all sort of nonsense names. So this is like a privacy thing, but we probably have like an opt-in for players to like reveal their like Discord username or something to you in future. But for now, they're all just kind of nonsense names. So this sort of just gives you an overview, but we'll go into the results view. And this is just sort of a high-level overview of how the test went and all the stuff in it. So we've just got the recording screen here. It just sort of gives you like a video overview of like every playtest. So these are all individual users, and you won't get these undefined in the final product, hopefully, but they'll just sort of show you the top awesome moment and the top issue that the player had in the game. So I'll come back to this a bit later, but we'll just hop over to survey results. So you can choose to pop a survey at the end of your playtest, and we'll get the results just aggregated here. So we can see that 50% of players, I don't know, these are all testing questions, it doesn't matter, but you get some nice graphs is what I'm trying to say. And we also get a generated testing report. So this is automatic. Actually, no, it's not automatic. You have to click a button after you've run the test for however many people you need to test with, or you want to test with. That'll be changed in future though. You'll actually just say, I want to test with 5 people for this test, and then the report will be automatically generated. But at the moment, you have to click a button. So I've already clicked that button, and we've gotten this guy. So we just get a bunch of cards that have identified trends across all our playtests. So if you see these little like links here, they're different quotes from different playtests. And basically the system just sort of tries to group them together just to give you like an overview of sort of what's common between the tests. So this is pretty handy. It's a bit buggy at the moment though, especially with smaller tests. So at the moment I've limited it to, you can only do it when there's 4 testers or more. But yeah, the more testers you have, the better it'll be. I'll also just be like, reworking it, it's still the alpha. And this interface will be a lot nicer, hopefully, in future. It's just this weird little column thing at the moment. But if we click on any of these, we can go straight to like the moment in time that issue or highlight happened. But we'll get to this screen a bit later. Cool. So actually, let's get to that screen right now. So we'll go back to the recordings, and we can, I don't know, say we just want to sort through our recordings. We just click on any of them. And yeah, we get this nice view. So we've got our video on the left, and we can scrub through it with thumbnails if we just want to jump to a specific point or kind of see what's happening. We get a summary of sort of what the player is experiencing, and a transcript over here. Yeah, so you can scroll through that, but probably I guess the thing you really want is the highlights. So there's only issues in this playtest, which is pretty funny. But yeah, again, these will record awesome moments, issues, or bugs. Yeah, so this will analyze what the player said in the transcript and just generate moments for you in the playtest. So if we can click on any of them, and goes, it'll jump to that point in the transcript, basically. So players said, wow, it's really loud. And yeah, the audio, so, we might need to adjust the audio levels, basically, or, provide a control that does that. Cool. So, you can analyze that. In future, you'll be able to, like, basically click on one of these and then make a note, and it'll add, like, the time in the recording to the note. And then you can like export your notes to, your issue tracker or whatever in future. You'll also be able to like generate clips, and you can't download the video at the moment. Hopefully that'll be in soon. Yeah, we can also like jump to their individual survey responses. This is for the instructions at the start, so it's probably not as useful, but you know, you might want to do a pre-survey. But the post-survey is probably what you're more interested in, and you'll just see their individual results to all the questions. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it on all the data you get. Maybe let's walk through setting up a playtest. Oh yeah, you also get like a tester background. So like they'll have a screening survey in future, and maybe they're like, yeah, you know, I like FPS games or whatever, and that'll come up here. You also get the key presses. Cool, let's go into setting up a test. So I can click this new test thing here. And I think the most important thing of creating a playtest is to have something actionable that you can do at the end of it. So we ask this question that's actually fed into the LLM later, of just like, what do you want to learn from this playtest, right? And how can we, you know, help with the analysis for that? So we've got just some generic templates down here, like, you know, is, I don't know, the grappling hook fun? Or like, is this gun fun? Is probably one of the most basic questions, but you might want to be also asking like, you know, how hard or easy is level 3 or something like that. We also generate a few different templates based on your description that you've put in the game. So you get, this will come up at the start when you're making a game, and it'll use that to generate these guys. So say, sure, we're just gonna chuck in one of these and click next, and it'll redirect us to the test setup page, basically. So we'll just kind of go through all these, and we'll just go from left to right over here, from uploading our build to sharing the test. Basically, the app only finds the first exe in the folder, so make sure there's nothing else. And the recording ends when the app is quit. So yeah, if your app crashes, the recording will stop. That's probably bad. So yeah, probably make sure your build works before you're uploading it here. Yeah, I don't know, you can go over that in your own time. And yeah, so you can just click, I don't know, I've just got a random zip here, but hopefully you're uploading your game. Upload that, it'll be like complete, cool. And now let's go into our test instructions. So we'll pre-fill this template in here for you. This is informed consent. Hopefully you should like be keeping most of this in. I don't think you probably need to touch this. The only reason you might want to touch this is to like reword the questions. Oh, and also make sure you fill like this start screen in where you're like, you know, you'll get your name in the credits for playing this game or reward or whatever. You'll have to set that up at the moment. It's not currently integrated. And just like a rough like estimate of like how long the playtest will take is also really helpful, I think, for a tester. Only thing you might want to put here is just an info card between 5 and 6 after informed consent, just being like controls or something like that. If that's not in your game, it might be in your game. You know, I mean, I don't know, it's just a general thing. Anything you might want to put here is pretty handy for the players to know, because it's like right before they start the test. As soon as they click this button, we'll go through this later, but it'll pop up a little thing saying like, select your microphone. And then the game will launch. So they're going straight into it. I don't know, I think this interface is pretty straightforward. Plus to add a question, drag to reorder stuff, and you can delete stuff, and it'll just auto-save. But yeah, you can actually ask like survey questions here, like, I want to be like, I don't know, how happy are you at the moment or something, I don't know. That's sort of up to you, and that'll show up later. But probably the more traditional thing is to have like a survey after the playtest. So this will pop up straight after the app is quit. And yeah, either delete this, and you know, if you don't want a survey, you can just do that. Oh yeah, Control Z. There's no Control Z at the moment. I would implement that. Yeah, well, I deleted it now. But there was a thing in the middle saying like, to do replace this, basically. So you might want a few questions like, you know, how hard was level 1, or like any, I don't know, any suggestions or something like that. And the player can do that long form answer. You might want probably like 5 to 10 questions is probably what you want. And then as soon as they fill them all out, you might want to like, thanks for completing. I think this is already in there. And as soon as I click this button here, you can also change the text on it. They like the app quits and their video uploads. Cool. Once you've done all that, we'll get this little pre-flight checklist. And you've just got to tick all the boxes to launch the test. So make sure you play through your build, check if it crashes, say we've done that. Hopefully we've uploaded our build. This will be disabled if you haven't uploaded the build. If you have uploaded the build and it's still disabled, you might need to refresh the page. If not, let me know in the Discord. Yeah, just make sure you looked over your test instructions, had someone else look over your test instructions, and then you honestly should be good to go. So all this will do is make this link available. So this is a link you should be sending to a playtester, and at the moment it's like a direct link only. So in future you'll have like a sign up link where you can be like, it'll be like a Google form, like general input, like, hey, you know, we're looking for testers, and then they'll do like a screening survey, and then you can filter based on that. That's not in at the moment. So this is sort of like, you have someone who wants to test the game, you've already sort of done all the preamble of like, you know, they want to test the game and they're eager. You just need like, you know, a nice little tool to record it. So this is not like the main intended use case of the app at the moment, but it's just sort of an alpha to test it out. So like you could send this in the Discord. Ideally, you're not sending it publicly. Like you should like sort of have like a testing channel with like 5 people to be like, hey, this is the test. Because yeah, theoretically, like if this is public, like someone could just like record and download your game. So yeah, just make sure you're careful with this link if that's something, you know, you're interested in, I guess. Cool. So that's pretty much it. You've launched your test, and you're ready to go. So after players do it, you'll get the results like I've sort of shown before. I'll just quickly show what it looks like from the player's side, and I'll do that with my previous test. But yeah, basically, they get the link. They get like I don't know, it's pretty minimal at the moment, but we'll just download it. So yeah, in future you'll have like a much nicer screen here. It'll be a bit more appealing. It'll be a sort of like a Steam download page where you can like upload a trailer or like images of the game. Also link to your socials, all that good jazz. It'll sort of hopefully like help entice people to play, and sort of be a bit polished. But anyway, for now we have this piece of shit. So I'm just gonna let download it. Oh shit, it's gone fast. I don't know, I'll cut to when it's done. Cool, so they'll get this message, just click start exe to run, and they'll get a zip. So I'm just gonna extract this. All right, and hopefully they'll get something like this. So there is a little about txt in here if your player is sort of confused of like what this is, because you know they probably haven't done a playtest like this before. And there's also like the link to the source code of the client. Because like, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of feel a bit weird about running random exes on my computer. But yeah, it's fully open source, so you can check it out here. Alright, cool. So your players downloaded the game and they've extracted the zip, and they'll get it this, and basically double click it. It'll take a bit to load, depending on the computer, but it'll launch straight into the survey, hopefully soon. It takes a bit, but it'll launch into the survey. So this is just whatever you've put there before. I guess one annoying thing is, so you can scroll, but you need to click all the steps to complete them. Cool, all ready to go. I have no idea if this will work, but fuck it, let's try it. Cool, we're in the game. Play our game. The tester will be like, whoa, I'm on a train, and, you know, oh my god, I died, and that's basically what's being fed into the AI. The video is not currently processed. It's just stored so you can, like, look at it in future. But yeah, anyway, yeah, recording stops when the game quit, so I'm just gonna quit it. And then, yeah, this is their post-survey thing, so this is a bit fucked at the moment, but don't worry, don't look at that. Yeah, so they'll just get questions, click on them. Pretty straightforward stuff. And then yeah, once I've clicked that, I mean the video is already uploading in the background, but it'll quit after that. Well, theoretically, you do have to fill these out. And then it'll quit. And that's it. And then you'll hopefully have it show up in your dashboard. I guess the cool thing about this is if the app totally explodes, the recording's always saved here. So like worst case scenario, you can just get like a user or a player to upload this for you. But yeah, please let me know if that happens. Hopefully it shows up in the dashboard at some point. Let's go. There he is. Yeah, it will take a sec to encode the video, and you'll have to refresh it. And there it is. Cool. I'm surprised it actually worked. Yeah, so that's my little tool. I hope you like it. End of the video.